What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we're going to have a look at the 10 most exciting Digimon cards from the recently released New Evolution expansion. No, we're not going top 10. Going top 10 would be silly. We do not have enough information to do a top 10 right now. You can do a top 10 when the game's been going a little while and you know what the metagame looks like. We don't have that information right now. I'm also going to tell you for nothing now, you're not going to agree with this list, and that's alright. There are a lot of really good cards in this list. One of the ones that frankly is not going to make it on the list here is Flower Cannon, a card that lets you just rest any Digimon for 2 memory. Great card, not putting it on the list. One of the ones I think is going to end up being one of the most played in the set is a Gabumon, that you just play it down normally and it draws you a card, which doesn't sound terribly exciting, but the thing to remember is that actually you need cards, and having cards gives you a massive advantage, so we're kind of alright with this. It's a really good card, and it's going to see a lot of play, especially bearing in mind you are going to have to play a bunch of level 3s normally. Might as well pay free and get a card out of it in the process. So if there are any you really think I should have put on here that didn't, please know that it was on my shortlist. Now, an honourable mention here comes to jammers. Just jammers generally. Digimon out there that do a bit of the old jamming. Jamming means that you will not be destroyed by a security card, even if a security card comes out and has more power than you. And there's one of these in each of the colours. The red one is Tyrannomon. The blue one is Frigimon. The green one is Ogremon. The yellow one is Seesawmon. And just for good measure, we've actually got an option card that does it as well. The Nova Blast. Jammers are good. Jammers mean you can go after your opponent's security stack knowing that you will survive. I like this. This is good. But unfortunately, it's not that I don't think it deserves to be on the list. It totally does. I just didn't find space for it. As a quick side note, I also didn't find space for a bunch of others. Things like Metal Tyrannomon coming in as a 7 cost with 10,000 power, or Loda Leomon who fits pretty much the exact same profile. I like these cards, and I think they've got a lot of potential, but they're vanilla cards, and I think vanilla cards generally are just a little bit less exciting to me. So please don't be upset at me saying that and leaving them off the list. So in at number 10, though I think it should be higher like pretty much all of these cards, the Green Tamer MUMII. I love MUMII. You see, what she does is you can put her to rest, and then either you can hatch a Digiegg into your raising area, or move a Digiegg that has evolved into at least a level 3 from your raising area to your battle area. And the general rule here, very simply, is every other turn you get a Digiegg out. One turn you hatch it, the next turn, assuming you've evolved it, you bring it out, and round we go. Well, you know what would be awesome? Being able to hatch it and then move it out in one turn. And that's what MUMII allowed you to do. You hatch, you evolve, you make MUMII go to rest, you move it out. This gives you speed and consistency other colours don't have. In at number 9, a pair of cards, and I am grouping a few together here where I feel similarly about them. The cards that let you cheat evolution, by which of course I am referring to Jagamon and the ridiculously awesomely named Potato Smasher. Now, Jagamon, when you attack, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and if you find a level 6 green Digimon there, you can evolve without paying the cost. It's cheating. This is evolving faster and cheaper than you should be able to, and I love it. Similarly, the option card Potato Smasher featuring Jagamon, 2-cost card that reduces the memory cost of evolving a level 5 green Digimon by 4, which incidentally will mean it's free, except it's not because you had to pay 2 to play Potato Smasher, but near enough. But it's future-proofing in case we do get one in the future that costs 5 or more to evolve. It lets you evolve more easily into the level 6s, and spoiler alert, there are some level 6s on this list. Now, I'm a little sad to say not many yellow cards made it onto my list, which is sad because I love yellow decks. But in at number 8, recovery cards, to which I'm referring Seraphimon, Magna Rangemon, and Holy Wave. They are all recovery cards. I feel kind of similar about all of them, so they all get lumped together here rather nicely. Magnarangemon is a 7-cost Digimon, and when you play it, you recover 1 card. That is to say, put 1 card from the top of your deck down as a new security card. And it does need to be played normally to get it, but 7 cost isn't too bad for a 6,000 power Digimon that does this. Seraphamon, when you evolve, recovers 1, and it is free to evolve, which ain't that expensive. Standard for a level 6, but still not bad. And as a side note, if you've got security 3 or more, you get security attack +1. That's kind of cool. And then we've got Holy Wave, a 6-cost option card that recovers 1. It's quite expensive, but recovering 1 is often going to be the difference between losing the game and winning the game. There are going to be many, many games where if you had had 1 more attack, you win. Or if your opponent had had 1 fewer attacks, you'd have won. Yeah, this is what does it, ladies and gentlemen. This is what does it. In at number 7, we've got Omnimon, and frankly, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like it would have been a little bit negligent to not put Omnimon onto this list. It is the only white Digimon we have, and we're talking, I mean, look, 15 cost is huge, 6 cost to evolve is huge, but then 15,000 power is huge. And being able to evolve either from a level 6 red or a level 6 blue is also really, really key here in making this a far better and more adaptable card. Cool. And when you evolve, you destroy one of your opponent's Digimon and each of their Digimon with the same name. If they've got 3 Agumon down, all 3 Agumon go down. And when you attack, you may return a level 6 Digimon from your evolution sources to your hand and make it active. Now, clearly this is a one-shot deal, right? Because you're not going to be able to return multiple level 6s. You won't have multiple level 6s. But you're a 15,000 power Digimon that gets to make yourself active. And as you're going to see as we go through this list, Digimon that make themselves active tend to excite me more than some others. Speaking of which, in at number 6, we've got HERCULESIZABUTERIDNON. Now, this has got another thing that I absolutely adore here. It's got piercing. Piercing says that when you take out a resting Digimon, you also perform a security check. So rather than having to pick between taking out a resting Digimon or taking out a security card, just do both. Yes. But also, after attacking, limited to twice per turn, you may pay free memory to make yourself active. And this is brilliant. This is really, really nice. Now look, a lot of the time paying free memory is actually going to pass the turn over to your opponent, and I'm not going to pretend it isn't. But worst case scenario, you're active, and remember the rule, you cannot attack active Digimon, you have to attack resting Digimon. Oh, look how that worked out, ladies and gentlemen. Look how that worked out. But also, if you have got the memory to spare, not only can you keep attacking, but you can take out resting Digimon and then perform a security check. It's pretty nuts. And along similar lines, in at number 5, we've got GRANIKUWAGAMON. Now, this is another level 6 green Digimon that also has piercing. The difference is it has 15,000 power on your turn. Now, to be fair, it's a 13 cost to play normally, 4 cost to evolve, which is very expensive. The most expensive we've seen for a level 6 in both regards. But also, on your turn, you got 15,000 power. Now, not on your opponent's turn. If you're resting and your opponent wants to take you out, 11,000 power is what they need. But on your turn, when you're taking out a security card or a resting Digimon, you got 15,000 power. And the only Digimon we've seen with that power is Omnimon. The only resting Digimon you won't be destroying without surviving is Omnimon. And similarly, the only security card that can take you out is Omnimon. See where we're going with this, ladies and gentlemen? See where we're going with this? This is absolutely phenomenal. Piercing with this level of power makes me very, very excited. In at number 4, we've got Metal Garurumon. Metal Garurumon is another one of these that has the potential to just be flat out broken. You see, Metal Garurumon here, stats-wise is fine. 12 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 11,000 power. There's nothing terribly impressive. But when you attack, you may play a level 4 or 3 Digimon from your evolution sources as a separate Digimon without paying the cost. And that's what excites me. Evolve it from a Gabumon and then play that Gabumon to draw yourself a card, so you've basically used it twice. Evolve it from a Garurumon and then you play that Garurumon to make one of your Digimon active. Honestly, what I'm thinking here is you attack with Metal Garurumon, and then when you do, you deploy Garurumon, and you make yourself active, and you attack again, and you deploy Gabumon to draw yourself an extra card, and this is all starting to look absolutely hilariously wonderful. Now, in at number 3, we've got Veedramon, the only Digimon on this list that I fear I might have too high. Having said that, it's getting so much hype in deck lists I'm seeing that I think it's worth putting it here. I think we should also probably put Metal Greymon here. I have no idea where to put it, but it's the other secret rare, so I don't know, let's put it here. As for Veedramon, 6 cost level 4, 6,000 power, 3 cost to evolve is all fine and expected. But what's really awesome here is when you attack once during your turn, if you've got a tamer, and that's easy to manipulate, make this Digimon active. Yes, you get to make yourself active, and that's something which you can clearly see I'm valuing very highly, but it's a level 4 that can make itself active. Yeah, the 6,000 power does make me a little bit reticent, purely because I can be taken out by security cards here, and that makes me a little bit sad. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, it's a 6 cost that you can use twice in a turn. If your opponent leaves you with 6 memory, or more, you can literally play Veedramon, turn 1, and then take out 2 security cards immediately. That speed is almost impossible to replicate with other cards. That's why I value it so highly. Metal Greymon, I love the fact that it's an 8 cost, and it's a very similar deal. Play it down normally, I've got security attack +2. I can take out 3 security cards in one go. Yowza! But when you attack, you do lose 5 memory, which is a gigantic downside. I should mention they've both got pretty good inheritable skills. Veedramon gives an extra 1,000 power if you've got a blue tamer in play, which is fine if not spectacular. Metal Greymon gives the Digimon from which it evolves an extra 3,000 power, and that is spectacular. And the more I talk about this, the more I'm really starting to feel like I did the right thing, pairing these up and putting them in at number 3 as the 2 secret rares. These both have the potential to be nuts good, although Metal Greymon giving up 5 memory when it attacks could come back to haunt you. In at number 2, we've got CERBERUMON, a Digimon that I have trouble pronouncing the name of, and frankly, I wish I didn't put on the list, but I have to because it's ridiculous. You see, it's another one of those that can make itself active. It is a 6 cost level 5, which is pretty cheap to be fair. And when you attack twice per turn, you may discard 3 cards from your hand to make this Digimon active. The gigantic difference between something like CERBERUMON and something like HERCULESIZABUTERIDNON, some of these names are a mouthful, is that this is in your control. You don't control how much memory you have at the beginning of your turn. That is up to your opponent. You do, however, have much more control over your hand size. You can play something like Gabumon that lets you draw a card when you play it. Admittedly, that it doesn't build your hand size, but it does refresh your hand size, so that's alright. We've seen the promo tamer that when you have any Digimon in play with Veedramon in its name, you can rest this card to draw a card. So every turn, you get 1 more card. And of course, the promo Veedramon itself, whereby when you attack, you recover 3 cards from your discard pile, which really does help you not deck out basically ever, and draw a card. And this is why I'm loving this, ladies and gentlemen. And bear in mind, Veedramon 0 can evolve into CERBERUMON here. And okay, the tamer is once a turn, Veedramon is every time you attack, and all of a sudden you're drawing enough cards that this can actually work, and I'm getting pretty excited. But in at number 1, it's Dimension Scissor. And any of you that watched the video I did about Dimension Scissor will have guessed that this was going to be my number one. I called this the first broken card we'd seen in the Digimon TCG, and a bunch of time has gone by and I've had a good think about this game since, and I have not changed my mind even a little bit. This to me is the one card we've seen so far that could legitimately break the game. It is a free cost card and it gives one of your Digimon, if this Digimon destroys an opponent's Digimon by battle, make it active. And just like the Digimon featured on the artwork of the card, I'm saying GRANIKUWAGAMON here. Remember, it's got piercing and on your turn, it's got 15,000 power. So let's say your opponent's got 3 resting Digimon. You take one out, unless it's literally Omnimon, you're going to be able to take it out. Oh, and then you take out a security card, and unless that's Omnimon, it ain't going to destroy you. Side note, there is always a chance you're going to hit something like Gaia Force that will destroy you, and that's a little bit sad. If that happens, it happens. There's nothing you can do about it, and Gaia Force probably is going to see play, because even though it's 8 cost, which is very expensive, as a security card letting you destroy any Digimon, it be nuts. But you take out a resting Digimon, and then perform a security check. Oh, wait, now I'm active again. And this lasts until the end of the turn, and we've had it confirmed in the official FAQ, this keeps going. So then I take out another resting Digimon, which I will, because I've got 15,000 power, and then I do another security check. And I basically keep going until my opponent runs out of Digimon, and then I just perform one last security check, because I made myself active when I knocked out the last Digimon. So if they've got 3 Digimon on the board, I'm taking out 3 Digimon and performing 4 security checks. This seems full-on broken to me, ladies and gentlemen. How does your opponent avoid this? Keep their Digimon active. Which sounds good, except you keep your Digimon active by not attacking with them. How does that help my opponent win the game? Now, there are exceptions, things like HERCULESIZABUTERIDNON that can make itself active as you attack. Fine. But outside of that, this really does just seem like a broken card, and I feel super confident, not only in this being the number 1 most exciting card, but also being the number 1 best card. I feel good about this. But I'd like to know how you feel about it. So let me know in the comment section. Go nuts, me nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun stuff. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.